Good evening, everyone.
Hey everyone. Just get a few minutes for everyone to jump in.
Cuidado, não, não.
Hey guys, welcome to the AMA.
Give me 1 more minute. I'm just finishing the conversation at back end. Does Dark Side want to take over for a minute?
Please do, but no music, okay? Hey guys, I'm Lucio here. We will have something to announce today. We are finishing up the conversation on the team chat. Craig will put you up to date with every other aspect of the reason we did this AMA today, so please be patient. Dark Side, if you don't mind, go ahead. You are better at speaking than I am.
I think he's getting his dress on ready for everyone. It should be alright anyway. I can concentrate. Let me go on to Fortune Hunters chat because that's the only notification I have with me settings so you can hear a notification. Just make sure that one's muted. And I'll mute my phone. That's the only one that hasn't muted. 1 second. So there we go. Welcome everybody. I hope you're all okay. I do apologize and know it is 2 AMAs in a day. Well, we're 24 hours. But there's a few things we missed yesterday and a few things we needed to update is all on. Audio rect. Oh, and yours, not mine. Is everyone hear me okay?
Everything's fine on my.
Yeah, all good.
Cheers. Yeah, so, man, how many people speaking? Yeah, it's recording. I was just about to press record, but it looks like somebody's already pressed it before me. So the little red dot at the top is the way of checking if any AMA is being recorded. If you don't ever see it, please make sure you remind us. So yeah, we was busy during the AMA yesterday. As you know, I had to nip off for a couple of minutes, and the reason being, it wasn't because we wanted to keep anything away from you. We just wanted to make sure. The bug that we had yesterday, we found what the problem was in the miner, and we have basically been testing it since yesterday when we found the bug. The bug is finally, within 24 hours of testing, we basically made the miner last for basically a month. So we sped it up. We've speeded it all up, done all the testing and everything. We're still doing more testing. But we know you're all been dying for it to come out and been harassing like every single team member, like message, even DMs. We say, please don't DM us, but we get the DMs like every single day. When is it coming out? When is it coming out? And we've noticed everybody's literally pulling the funds out and holding it in the wallet because they know the miner's coming out soon. So we thought rather than me make a massive deposit this weekend from the pools going into the contract, why don't we just launch the miner? We would be able to have it ready for tomorrow night evening, 7 p.m. UTC time, as long as everyone else is okay with that. We do have some implementations, so it is going to be a miner like we've not done before. Yeah, see, we were worried that with 24 hours, but it stops us using any of the pools, and we can basically just that 5% what comes and goes straight into Farmer Fortune contract. It stops me touching the pools whatsoever. Yeah, surprise launch. So we said we were going to have a fun launch, and we was going to twist it around a little bit. So the fun launch is basically a 24 hours notice. rather than a couple of weeks notice. So we knew everyone was dying for it. We wanted it to be notified yesterday with a couple of days notice, but when we got that error, we had to make sure that nothing could go wrong with the contract. Yeah, someone lent me some money as well, put it that way. With what we've got planned with the miner, it's going to be 10 times better than elk, 10 times better than cake. That's just to start off with.
Can I add something?
So
Craig?
yeah, go on then.
Yeah, remember this is a Fortune Hunters miner, and all Fortune Hunters miner, there's no late entry point. The surprise launch does not mean anything. You can get in at any time and just enjoy the miner like cough or cake of fortune, elk of fortune. There's no late entries in Fortune Hunters miners, and all Fortune Hunters miners are built to last years from day one. So yeah, this is a surprise launch. We always said it's going to be a fun launch for the miner, and here it is, surprise.
Yeah, so everyone's saying I need to borrow one BNB. You don't need one BNB. The minimum deposit is 0.05 BNB. We've dropped it less than the Farmer Fortune and the elk. It's cheaper than the elk to get into the miner. We know that people was reinvesting into the farm, but also holding some BNB. So we thought we'll make it cheap for everyone to get in as well. The difference we are doing with the miner is I will be launching the miner using the dev wallet, which will be open source to everyone to see. So when you put in contract, it'll come up with the contract address and the dev wallet address so you can check. I will be doing 5 separate deposits before the launch. There's only the owner that can deposit before the launch, which will basically deposit into the contract and remove all of the unfair advantage. So the first 5 deposits of every single miner is the most unfair launch whatsoever. We kind of did that with elk, but there was still 1 or 2 wallets that did benefit better than anyone else, and we did 3 different deposits. So we've now been testing it and doing. These are all tested beforehand, so we knew what was going to happen at the launch. But we've done the fresh testing. We found out that after 5 deposits, it basically evens out to a straight amount of minus for everybody. Until like say a month down the line when compounding just doesn't work. So there will be a 2-day compounding feature. So you will be compounding for 2 days and then you're able to withdraw. When you withdraw, you can keep the money. You can do the pizza strategy where you put 25% into your pocket, 25% into Farmer Fortune, 50% back into the miner, and then the same strategy from Farmer Fortune. So when you withdraw from Farmer Fortune, that's if you want to follow the pizza strategy. It is a good strategy. We have been doing some tests behind the scenes. There will be eventually a simulator to show this. It's not going to be an accurate simulator because miners are variable. So it's just like a little guessing game, really. So it's just on average basis. There's no real tell of how much you can earn from a miner. But if everyone looks at the cake of fortune, that can just show you just how much you can make from a miner, as well as how much interest we can earn on the back end with the miner. So, cake of fortune, elk of fortune, they both basically for the first month, we was just accumulating new interest. And then we did the first deposits weekly for the interest. So we have to build that interest up first to deposit back into the contract to reduce it back to a 0% ponzi. So you will see your percentage slightly drop between that time because it's a variable miner, remember this. But as the deposits keep coming in from the back end, which we have proved within cake and elk, we have basically mastered the miners. There's literally no way that we can't get it to a 0%. And with it being 10% going into the syrup pools rather than 5%, which is the elk, and 2.5%, which is the cake of fortune, the BNB miner will be a 0% Ponzi, a hell of a lot faster, literally about 5 or 6 times faster than what we did. So probably maybe about 1 or 2 months, we will be 0% Ponzi. So that's where we are. So I do apologize, it's only 24 hours notice, but it would help with Farmer Fortune. Not so much help in Farmer Fortune, but it would help the syrup pools rather than me taking a massive chunk out, because I'm going to be gone for 3 days. So I'd have to put, on average, there is 200 BNB per day. So I'd have to take 600 BNB to put back into the contract from the pools. So this way, where the miner automatically deposits into the contract with every deposit of 5%, would stop me from even touching them pools. And then there's 10% going in from the miner into the pools, which will then boost the pools a hell of a lot more. You'll see the balances on the sheets going up 10 times faster. While we're not touching the back end in the syrup pools, the interest is going to actually accumulate a lot faster as well. Them compounds, we can compound a lot faster. So yeah, when we were saying today, and a couple of people in chat was commenting saying, well, how can you do this and how can you do that? It's, at one point, it's going to eventually end. We're not saying it's never not going to end. We want it to last a couple of years. So that's why we're doing this, to make it last a couple of years, because we want everyone to benefit, not just one. We want everyone to win. We don't like the late investors lose out. So that's why we do it, so that when, don't matter when you get in, whether it's a miner, a farm, or anything to do with fortune hunters, you could be in 7 months down the line and still make a profit. And that's the way we do things. That's why we do things a little bit different. Is there anything I missed? There's the lottery. So you're going to have the highest deposit lottery and also the compound lottery and deposit lottery. So it's 0.1, I think, or is it 0.01 BNB per ticket with a max of 50 tickets for deposits. And that's the same with compound. So every 0.01 BNB compounding, you will get lottery tickets, which will be 0.5% of the whole contract balance given in miners. And that is the exact same for the deposits, the highest deposit as well. There is a max deposit at the start of the fortune miner, which is 30 BNB. We know miners can build fast, they can also drop fast. So we stabilize the beginning of the contract, which was exactly what we did with Alka Fortune as well. We have a max deposit, and then later on down the line, we can increase the max deposits on the miner, but we have to build the pools up first. We have to work together as a team and a community and a family, again, with the miner to build them pools back up. Once we build them pools back up, it'll run exactly like cake and elk, which is a breeze in the park. It's just the first couple of months that does get to that point, but it's going to be no stress, nothing like the Farmer Fortune with me. It's literally just like, yeah, just like sit back, relax, chill out, and just chat with everyone while we're building the pools up for Farmer Fortune, which is relieving a lot more stress, so we can start building the future roadmap, which is what everyone's looking for: the token, the DEX, the blockchain. We've got to work on them. We've then got to work on some partnerships to get some partnerships, some sponsorships, and everything else, which is why the blockchain economy. And another reason why we wanted to get the miner out beforehand is because if we can show them we have got something different in the whole DeFi space, no one has ever brought out a miner and farm working together. Now, we'd have already had 72 hours of the miner and the farm running together, and I can give the documentation of the figures, the facts, the figures of what we've got at that point, and to show that it's actually working together, it's going to bring a lot more interest back to us. So there's that as well. So I do apologize, it's a surprise launch, although it's got some quite good comments. We know everyone's been waiting for it. Everyone's like, there will be a white paper for the fortune miner. We are just writing it out. I'm not sure how far we've got with that. Nelson will be able to explain in just a second.
It's already done. Just waiting for the announcement and to review any final details on the white paper to publish it on the homepage. But it's already done. It will be uploaded to the homepage with all the information before the launch.
Right. So we know we have master shillers in the group. Who would like a shilling page for the website? The website link is on there, but it is not linked up with anything or anything. All it'll come up with is a loading screen, nothing else. Yeah, so the launch is tomorrow, 7 p.m. UTC. So we will have another AMA tomorrow, unfortunately, but it'll only be 10 to 20 minutes as a launch AMA. We like to do a launch AMA to make sure everything goes smoothly. So yeah, yeah, and the lottery starts as soon as we launch. So once the contract goes live, and I start the contract, I'll also start the lottery. Then I'll link it to the website. Then I'll ask everyone to refresh your page. Make sure you're showing your amount of contracts. You will not be able to go through the contract. The contract will not be verified for 24 hours. And this is to stop any snipers. So we've got an anti-snipe mechanism. Nobody can go through the contract. Nobody can snipe it that way. The only one that has got the code for the contract is myself and two other members of the team. There will be only me that basically deposits beforehand. The team have all offered to wait a few minutes while everyone else gets into miner to prove they are not scared of getting into the miner later because of the mechanisms we've done with the 5 deposits before the launch. There will only be 5 deposits, so you'll be able to see through the contract when I set it up. So you'll have a look at the exact time when I say refresh, and you'll see that it basically there was only 5 deposits beforehand, which was myself. And then it'll say start contract. So after the start contract, you'll see who is the next one in line. And the reason being, we like everyone to go through the UI because on one of the contracts, they didn't come into the chat, if you remember from the last launch, and we ended up having to pay them back personally because they went into the old contract. So this way, we know they've got to be in chat, they've got to be on the UI, and no other contract will be linked up with the UI, so it will not even interact with MetaMask at all until the contract is linked up to the website. So we've got many mechanisms in place, so it's just going to be a smooth launch, and literally the only one that is going to snipe the contract is the owner, which is myself. And as you've all seen, you see my face, you know what I'm going to be looking like, you know exactly what I look like in London, so you can come and hunt me down if you see me compounding or withdrawing from that wallet.
Also, Greg, just read the wallet that you're going to be used to snipe. It's going to be the address will be known, and people can check that that wallet is only being used to snipe, and later on to make investments injections into the miner and not taking anything out from the never claiming. Basically, anyone can check that out also later on.
Yeah, exactly. So there'll be 5 deposits of 1 BNB. So you're getting basically 5 BNB for free. So congratulations! Before you even join the miner, you've got some free money. So yeah, that's what Fortune Hunters is about. We started the elk with $1,300, if I'm correct, and we're starting this with about the same. I think it's about 1,300. Might be a little bit more. 1,500 it is. Yeah. So you're getting $1,500 for free, plus the little bit of BNB that it's going to be to start the contract as well, which will go directly into the contract. So yeah, we're looking forward to it. It's the step for the next direction, and then we can start planning on the decks and everything else and the token.
You forgot something very important, Craig. You forgot basically that there will be no tax for the users on the miner. No
Oh
one
yeah,
will pay tax.
yeah. So we mentioned the fees yesterday. yesterday, and we said there was going to be a 5% withdrawal fee. We've scrapped the 5% withdrawal fee. It is a 0% withdrawal fee. What we have done instead, we have added that 5% onto the deposit fee, which will not show on your balance. So whatever miners you were going to get with your 1BNB or whatever, you'll still get that. The 5% will go into the wallet directly, whereas if we did it on the withdrawal, it would show from your withdrawal. So it would take 5% from your withdrawal. Now you are going to get the full amount of 100% of your withdrawal when you withdraw from the contract. I forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me, Nelson. I knew there were a few things, and I forgot a few things yesterday, so that's why another reason for the AMA today. So yeah, we all agree. The team's not taking no payment for this, and that's why all the team are going to be getting into the miner. I will be getting into it myself as well. Every single member of the team is getting into it. Richie will be getting into it, but there's literally only the owner's wallet that will get in beforehand. My wallet, my personal wallet, which will be open for everyone to see as well, will be getting in after everyone else has got in. And because, as you know, I know how to beat miners, and I have shared it with everyone, so I'm not scared of being 1 month late, 2 month late, 7 month late. I'd still be able to beat a miner. So yeah, there is that. Is there anything else I've forgotten?
Not for the moment, I think. Not just that we'll be having a hell of a time tomorrow. It's going to be fun. And another launch, and this one is a surprise, and no sniping ever possible on this one because the contract will not be uploaded to the UI until it's time for everyone to deposit. And it's the first time I think I never seen a contract where the user does not pay any type of fees, neither on deposit or on claiming. So yeah, this is Fortune Hunter twists all the way all around for the new miner because no deposit fee for the user to pay, no claim fee for the user to pay. Eh, just amazing, and it's going to be a great miner.
Yeah, Cornelia is going to go absolutely ballistic tomorrow. Um,
And I
I
just
hope,
add a
I
little
hope he's
something,
ready.
Greg.
Yeah, go
Hello?
ahead, mate.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Hey
can hear
guys,
you. Yeah, go ahead.
it's Z here. All good. Well, first of all, don't be for the ones that are surprised about the launch tomorrow. Don't worry. You all know the miners, fortune hunters. You're never late. Myself, I just entered Cake of Fortune with another wallet like 1 week ago, 2 weeks ago, just to prove a point that you can still ROI entering 11 months after a miner is born. So don't worry, you can enter anytime you want. There's no rush at all. Okay. Plus, just after this AMA, I'm gonna publish a new video on my YouTube channel where I'm talking about a bit of everything about miners in general, a little bit about the new miner already, the Fortune miner, and I'll be having a 0.5 BNB giveaway, and you just have to watch the video, follow the instructions that I did there, and the winner can already put in the new miner, and we'll see how it goes.
Well, I have, if you're going 0.5 giveaway, I'll cover that 0.5 giveaway, and I'll do a 0.5 giveaway, but spread for 5 people, 1.5, 0.5, 0.1 for each. All they have to do is like, comment on this video, and write something nice about the new miner and post it in the chat, and I will choose 5 persons to receive 0.1, which is enough for them to get into the new miner as well.
Well, there you go, guys. Now we have 1 BNB giveaway total. So I'm gonna upload the video just after this AMA, and hope you enjoy it. And if for the people that are new in miners, and if you still have any doubts after watching the video, don't forget to just comment here on the chat. We'll be happily to clear your doubts, and I think that's it. Over to you, Chris.
Yeah, I've just posted the show video, show sheet. So I will get the referral address. So you'll have the referral address, so you can just type your address in there. I will get that up shortly, because we can't get it at this present moment, because as you can see, if you go on the website, it's just a black screen with a circle rolling around, and it'll probably be like that for like 24 hours until the launch tomorrow. So yeah, not really getting the info I need. 1 second. What was the question, Cheryl? Ah, right. I see. As you can see, right, literally, it's not just the admins. Oh, no worries. Don't worry. It's not a thing. If you don't understand the ecosystem, we'd rather you not be investing. You need to stand around, sit around, and listen. So there. We had another one earlier on for a bit iffy. I said, please don't invest until you are confident you know how. Yeah, so it will be shared in London. I need to put that on the what is it, business cards I've got. So I've got like 2,000 business cards to give out when we're in London. So all the team, all the people that are going with me are going to get some business cards to hand out. So there's that. Dark Side's going to have to wear his skirt and tie him to his tutu for everyone to take off him. Yeah, we have, yeah. But yeah, there was something else I was going to say as well. I really can't remember. So yeah, I will get the reference so everyone can start doing their links. We'll have a screen. In fact, let me see if I can get I'll have a screenshot somewhere. In fact, I think Nelson put one earlier on with the miner, the front screen of the miner.
Yeah,
with people using videos. Yeah. So there's that, and you'll be able to use that in your videos. And then, like I say, the website, once we get all the files uploaded, it'll just be a matter of putting the contract up, which we will not be putting up until the actual launch. That is to stop anti-snipers, making sure that I am the first 5 depositors with the owner's wallet, which will be pinned. So when you, like say, when you put in TMF, it'll come up with the TMF contract address, and it'll also come up with the owner's address through BSC, so you can check to make sure there is no actions being made from there. So there is that. Has anybody got any questions? Yeah, I'd love to see who wins the first day's lottery as well. 0.5% of the contract balance, remember, same as Alka Fortune. So you can, if you win the actual depositors lottery and the highest depositors lottery, you've got 1% of the contract balance given to your miners, which is earning a passive income rather than one payment, which is a lot better. You can earn it a lot more over time than what you can with just one single payment. We'll go to the next. I missed that. I missed that in question altogether.
You was talking about the next meeting, the next conference. Your mic is a bit too loud. It's when I talk, it's getting feedback from your mic, correct? But Lucio is talking about the next conference, the one that you'll be speaking in.
Yeah, so Nelson will have a link which you'll be able to register now. We are becoming a speaker at the Blockchain London conference. I think I got that right. In May. So it's the beginning of May. I think that one's 3 days event, no, not 2 days. Where I'll be a speaker there, and that's when we'll be basically thrashing out everything to do with the blockchain. This one, because I couldn't be a speaker, I think I applied too late. 1 second. Oh yeah, let me just, yeah, you can post it if you want, yeah. So you can see what I got sent by email. It's not got my email address on, so it's all right. Nelson's just posted it there. That's the email I got addressed to me from Blockchain Economy at the conference, not economy. They want me to be a speaker. I told them everything about the Fortune Hunters ecosystem. I gave them all the websites, all the BSC scans, the pool balances and everything. And then I got that email literally not even 24 hours later asking me to be a speaker, and I needed to contact them. So contacted them and everything. So I will be a speaker. My name will be on their dashboard. We'll have our own little table there and everything else. So that's one for the tick books as well. So we've got another feather in the hat as well there. Another thing I want to post, an amazing community member, right? And it blew me away. And I'm going to talk to Gasto afterwards to get this posted in for, not that one, the welcome message. It is absolutely amazing. So what Bond has done in the group is amazing stuff. He's done the stickers and he's also done this. After the MA, make sure you go and listen to it. It's absolutely amazing. Brilliant work. Yeah, community hero indeed. So thanks very much. And it's very, with the 5 deposits, very well. No, there is no deposit limit for the first 60 minutes now. I take that away with the 5 deposits. So I think you can do Chronos to BSC from Elk Finance as well. Yeah, there will be 2 YouTubers. I think one of YouTubers has changed his name of the group. I think it's Ricky's Crypto now. Let me just check. I don't know. It's Ant anyway. Ant's the YouTuber, as well as Crypto Phil. So they'll be coming. But I haven't heard not from Ant for a couple of weeks, so I'll check to make sure he's coming. 1 second, let me just catch up on this. Does Nelson want to take over or Dark Side for a second while I just read this?
Yeah, sure. So carrying on with the questions, and I need to remember those that haven't caught on. Me and Z will do one BNB giveaway. For my giveaway, all you need to do is subscribe to the channel, like, and comment on the video that Z will post after the AMA. And DM me a screenshot of your comment, nice comment about the video and the TMF miner, the fortune miner, and I'll choose 5 comments to award zero point 0.1 bnb to each of those 5 comments, and Z will donate another zero point 0.5 bnb. But for you to know how you're going to get those zero point 0.5, you will need to watch the video completely, because not even me knows what he's cooking up to do that donation, the zero point 0.5 donation for one person. So don't forget to keep an eye on the chat. Z will post the video right after the AMA, and it's going to be a great video because I've seen a little preview of it, and it's a very deep video about how miners work and how you can work miners along the time. And he just, like he said, he just got into Cake of Fortune 11 months after the launch, and he is still um, playing it and earning quite nicely on Cake of Fortune because Fortune Hunter miners have no late entry. Any questions you guys feel you can ask? I'll try to answer it.
I'm actually just pulled the crypto cold. I'm on 2.8% per day. That's good. And that's 11 months after the Cake of Fortune launch. So as you can see, we can we can beat inflation in miners and still doing a passive income for life.
And that's months
Yeah.
after.
Yeah, so we do give the secret sauce to all miners. And remember, it's not just our miners, it's every miner out there. You can win the same way as you do with Cake Fortune, Alpha Fortune, and soon to be the Fortune miner by following the same strategy on every single miner. You can basically make, and with other miners, there's no outside revenue. So it's a matter of trying to take as much out of that contract as you possibly can, as fast as you can, because without an outside revenue, the miner's not going to last. And if you're only a small fish in that whale, then that whale's going to win in a normal miner. So by following the strategy where you're actually beating the inflation while they're withdrawing and they lose out in the end, you can actually gain more funds than what a whale can, and basically take half of their money. And that's no disrespect to a whale. It's just basically telling you that no matter when you're getting to join a miner, there's no early advantage. We take the early advantage away, and after that point, like you could wait 15 minutes and you'd still be getting the same, well, probably about 3 or 4 miners less than someone 15 minutes before you. So it's not a great deal. We've removed all of them functionalities. But like I say, it will be an unverified contract for 24 hours. The audit will be 24 hours later because, as you know, George likes his audits to have the contract and the codes and everything. So we want to make sure it's just a fair launch. So we didn't want to give out any information at that point. But we did it with Alpha Fortune, and Alpha Fortune is now like 10-month old, and it's still unverified. But we will be verifying it at the exact same time as we will verify the Fortune Miners contract. So there's literally no reason. They will be forked, and because of the genius of the contract, we can't stop this. You just have to be able to trust the team who are actually forking it. So be careful, be wary. But like I say, this is only the start. I'm against what? Sorry, I missed that. No, do not. Oh, well, the contract forces you to compound 2 days and then withdraw. Otherwise, there's a 90% tax if you just withdraw every single day. Other than that, do not compound from the 3rd day. There is the bonus of compounding for 2% if you compound, but it's useless, really useless. It's basically an initiative of please don't spam the group with links. You will be removed. It's basically what it was. It's to basically to make the contract last a hell of a lot longer in other miners, and they tell you just to compound, but it just does not work. When you keep compounding, you're increasing the inflation within the miner. When you increase it that much, you get down to 0.1% per day. There is literally half a chance to get back up to 3% a day. And then that contract becomes a stale contract. Give me 1 second. Let me just let Dog out.
Yeah, the website for the new miner is not live yet. It's already finished, but it's not live yet. You can't interact with the website yet because there's no contract there. It's just a website at the moment. Without the contract, it's just a regular website. You won't be able to interact with anything there. You need to wait until it's time. The link, the like Greg said, for everyone to chill their link is available. And once the contract is live, that link, when people join with that link, it will go to your referral. But until the contract is up, there's nothing to interact. There's nothing there, just a website. So don't bother trying to interact with anything or get a look at the contract, because there is nothing there. And that's the anti-sniping mechanism that we have. No one will know the contract, only Craig does, and he will make the 5 deposits before the contract is on, and after that everyone can have the contract in the website.
Yeah, so minimum deposit is 0.05 BNB. So made it affordable for every single person. I think that is around $10. So it's not massive. It might be a little bit less actually. But yeah. So $10 and you could win 0.5% of the contract. How good is that? You're getting 5 tickets to start off with, just by putting 0.05 BNB in, and you could win 0.5% of the contract just for joining. The lottery is not based on who gets the most tickets. I'm not sure if the person's in the group, I can't remember the name of the person, had literally in Alka Fortune, they had 1 ticket. They had 0.01% chance of winning, and they won 0.5% of the contract balance. Now that was on the 3rd day of the contract, which was a really good deposit day. So they won quite a lot of miners. And they were buzzing about it because they were like, well, I only got one, I only compounded enough for 1 ticket, and they won. So it doesn't go on how many tickets you do. So you could like compound like 60 times. It wouldn't make a difference. You only need that 1 special ticket. It's like if you mined Bitcoin, you've got 1 in a gazillion chances of finding that 1 code that basically gives you that Bitcoin. And if you find that 1 code, you basically get paid $120,000. If I'm not correct, it might have gone down. It used to be. But I don't mind Bitcoin because it costs too much.
Do you mind explaining the fees and the fact that in the new miner the users won't pay?
Yeah, so the fees are as follows. 10% will go to the Farmer Fortune syrup pools. That will just generate more interest. 10% will go to the Fortune miners syrup pools. 5% will go to the Farmer Fortune contract address. So you'll see it directly in the UI. It will have a constant increase in the UI. We don't then have to touch any funds from the pools to put into the contract for a very, very long time. And as people know, the amount of being withdrawn every single day is getting higher and higher. Let me tell you, on a Monday and a Tuesday, there is 500 BNB, and we give back to people 500 BNB with ease. So when people say, look, at some point it's going to become too much stress. At some point it may do, but not anytime soon. There's no chance of it anytime soon. This is just going to relieve the pressure for a good year, maybe more. Like I say, we want to build something that's going to last a very, very, very long time, not just until tomorrow or the day after. And we've proved that we can do it. And we've done it with only, until a month ago, without MOF, we only had Farmer Fortune running itself. Nothing was helping Farmer Fortune. So to have a month ago, the first part of the help with Farmer Fortune, of Mischief of Fortune, and then you're going to get the help from the Fortune miner. They're the only things at the moment that are helping Farmer Fortune. And it's just to help longevity. Let me just kick the, I'm only joking, I don't kick dogs in the head, but I'm going to shut it up. I love the little thing, really. It's just annoying. Yeah, so we do our best with everything. We push. That's the one thing I can say about every single member of the team. They will push their damnedest to make sure we beat every single record on a constant basis. So then when we beat that record, it's like now, there's a 31-day record for not touching the pools. We have now got to beat that record. We are on the 4th day of not touching the pools. Again, So 4th day so far. How many days can we do it this time? I want to see if we can make it 40, 50 days before touching the pools. We may not even need to, because of the miner is going to literally just keep feeding the contract. So the pools will not be touched and just continuously keep earning and earning and earning that compound interest in the back end. While it's in that compound interest, I can compound it and then earn interest off of that compound, and then earn interest off of that compound again, and then compound again and earn interest off of that. It'll constantly increase at a higher speed than what we can do now. And that's why we said the key in this whole ecosystem is to reinvest. Reinvest is key. While taking profits, you have to take profits. Because like I say, there's no guarantees in a year's time this could be still going round. We're not guaranteeing it could. We're hoping it can do. The test that we are doing is showing it can, possibly. But always take 50%, because in a year's time, that 50% really does stack up. And if you are reinvesting 50%, it's going to stack up a hell of a lot more. And a lot of people will tell you, whoever got in from day one, and if they never reinvested now. The one thing that came up earlier on, I do want to touch on it. I got so many DMs because of a comment that got put in the chat. There is 63 days, I got corrected. I thought it was 68. There's 63 days left of 200 days in Farmer Fortune for the first day investors. Now, if they never reinvested, they are out of the game. They not earn any more money after 63 days. Does not mean the ecosystem won't last after 63 days. The ecosystem is going absolutely ballistic through the roof. But the people who didn't reinvest are out. They will have to make a fresh deposit and then work that 200 days up again. But if they redeposited, they will be roughly around 200% in ROI, plus around 300% already invested into the project, earning an interest daily of 2%. And there may be some people that have been doing that from day one that can actually confirm that in chat, that it does actually work. And we've done it with ease, and we're still doing it with ease. It's just we want to do it with a lot more ease so that we can build up this back end a lot faster. Like I said, we wanted to get it to a 0%, and we need to build them pools up faster and have that little break. Now, if we had the exact same tokenomics as Mischief of Fortune, we'd literally be like walking around, sunglasses on, laying on a beach somewhere, doing some little VCs. We were all on a chat saying, come and have a drink with us. But we didn't. It was only a test to start off with Farmer Fortune, and it worked. But the 5 days isn't enough to lock the funds if we need to touch the pools. So the 15 days is a major thing, and that's what the miner does. It delays everything by 10 days within the pools because of the deposits that go directly into the contract. Well, 1 second.
And Craig's kids claiming time for them. Get away from those nasty crypto friends and come play with us, father. That's what the Craig kids are telling him right now. It's nice. Yeah, they want money, probably. Yeah, that's right. Family first, people. Never forget that. There's no use in making money if we can't enjoy them with the ones we love. So, family first. You want to talk? The talk.
Well, in fairness, he said Craig said that the AMA would last half an hour, but you know how Craig is.
Yeah. Yeah, we're closing in on 1 hour AMA already.
Yeah.
I wonder if he ever says the AMA is gonna last 2 hours, how long it will.
Yeah. And Dark Side is not starting.
Oh, he's here. We need to shut up now before we get kicked.
Yes, I am gonna end the AMA. Kids are all coming downstairs, running riot at the moment. I keep quiet, so it's better than them screaming in the background. So yeah, I'm gonna end the AMA because we've got another one basically in like 23 hours now for the launch of the miner. So we'll get that one. Get your wallet. Yeah, everyone get your wallets out. Dark Side's got to get his wallet out to buy me a drink at blockchain. So yeah. Chronos is only Chronos network. And you can still do it with Alc Finance. You can. In fact, let me just make sure I can before I even say yeah. I'm pretty sure it has got Chronos network on it. Yeah, it's got Chronos.
And the one that Awusio put in, the Evo bridge, also allows bridging between Chronos and BSC. And there is another one that I also use from time to time. Let me see if I can get it. Yeah. So this is our option for those that are looking to bridge in or out of Chronos. That one also supports Chronos chain.
Perfect. So yes, so we're gonna end the AMA. Start getting some BNB ready. It's going to be an amazing launch. But remember, when you do see it, you'll see 5 deposits. So please don't panic. Them deposits are the owner of the contract.
The miner has been on testing for more than one day. The miner's been on testing for about 3 weeks now, and the only thing was yesterday we were already ready to launch, but an error popped up on the last minute, and we would not launch it with an error being shown, even though it was not a major error. So we needed to postpone the launch and find the error, which we did during the AMA yesterday. Before the AMA yesterday was finished, we already found the error and already were solving it, and we solved it, and we continue to test it for another 24 hours, and that's why today we are saying we are ready, because we are sure that the miner is safe to use and no more errors.
Yes, the error were basically it were an error between BSC and the MetaMask. MetaMask have had this update, and this update is basically freezing your wallets. I don't know if anyone else has seen it. I thought it was just me. I've been trying to upgrade my PC for about 2 weeks now. And then Z mentioned, well, yeah, it's doing that with me. I'm like, so it's not just me then. And it freezes it halfway through a transaction. And it just literally holds it there, and then it'll fail the transaction. Well, we had to make sure that it wasn't a contract error within the contract. Anyway, it turns out it was an error between the MetaMask and the BSC. But it was on the testnet, which is a slow network anyway, doing it that way. So you've got the 3 different things that basically slowed everything down, causing an error between the contract. Anyway, we changed the RPC, and everything has been absolutely amazing. We basically speeded up the contract to make 1 day seem like 1 month, and every single member of the team, and we are still continuing to test within the next 24 hours to make sure no error comes in. So basically be 2 months of the contract running within the last 48 hours. We've speeded it up. So we was wanting to do the launch for today. Like we said, we wanted to announce it yesterday, but with the errors, we couldn't launch it. And we would not launch it. We had to make sure there was not any bug within the contract. So that was an issue, and that's why we said. And then I did get notified what the error was during the AMA, and I did say, Nelson, we just take over 5 minutes while I read this. Read through it, went through it, checked it, and it was confirmed. But it was too late to actually give a 24 hours notice. We said we still wanted to do some more testing just in case. We did the testing, we sped the contract up, and that's where we are right now. So security is a big thing. Your safety, your money is another safety. We have to make sure it is fully on board. So yeah, the reason why we wanted the launch before the blockchain, like I say, it'd be a lot better the contract working straight into the miner, the farmer fortune, rather than anyone pressing update and then seeing, like, say, You're talking what, 5, 6, 700 BNB in total being taken out for the next, well, for 3.5 days basically. So when you see the pools dropping by 700 BNB, it will cause panic. Everyone to just withdraw. They're not wanting to redeposit. They think it's all over. Well, at that point, it probably would be then. But we're not doing that. It wouldn't be over, but I'm just saying it would cause a hell of a lot of panic to withdraw just because they've seen 700 BNB. Although the UI would show 700 BNB in the UI, but people don't see that. They look at the update and see the update and say, well, wait a minute, there's 700 BNB being taken out. Well, how's that? And they haven't seen the UI showing 700 BNB in the UI. And I basically proved that within the images I sent of the hints for the blockchain. When I sent the image of the can cooler, which said blockchain, the fortune chain, and not one person read it. And that's what we say, make sure you read everything. It may seem that we're being nasty when we say, please read the homepage. We have detailed every single little thing in that homepage. Every little page has got every detail you need to know, including the strategy, why you do the strategy, how it beats the miners, to everything else. So it is important you familiarize yourself with the platforms you're getting involved with, not just Fortune Hunters, any platform. It is a must. And so that's why we say it's not just about a platform here. We like to keep it as a family. We like to keep it as keeping safety in mind. So if we can learn you little bits at a time to what to look for, what to look out for in an audit, stuff like that, then so be it. We need to be looking out for this, and we need to be looking out for you because it's your funds. We just want to work with you to help you earn a passive income for life. That's what it's all about. And I am going to end the AMA here. We are an hour. I am 30 minutes late. I'm not late, but you know what I mean. I said I were only going to do it for 30 minutes. The team's going to go crazy at me. So the website, yes, the website is down. It's just a black screen. I said this with a loading screen in the front. Nothing is linked up. Nobody can snipe the contract. Nobody will have any details whatsoever of the contract. I will get the links for the referrals for Shillers. The links will be there, ready for the launch. And that's why we've given the launch time. The website will be up at 7 p.m. sharp, but not before. So I'll see you in 23 hours time for an AMA. Well, it won't be, it'll be 22 and a half hours.
Before you finish, look at Cake TVL.
Take what, sorry?
Cake of Fortune. Look at Cake of Fortune TVL.
I know, nearly 19,000 now, isn't it? Yeah, somebody keeps depositing like 1,000 cake every single day. And it's not affected anybody's income.
Almost 16,000 cake in Cake of Fortune right now. Show me any miner whatsoever that has grown so much after being 11 months old.
I've never seen a chart that it's a stairway to heaven. Seriously, it just is. And that's the same with help. You can check it yourselves. It's a stairway to heaven. And no, that's another one of a record we've done. No miner has ever achieved that, ever, while keeping around the 3% variable by following the strategy. Right,
this is the new miner's future as well. This is what we look forward for the new miner. Imagine the new miner in BNB doing this, smashing records every day after 11 months. It's just crazy.
All right, guys, I'm publishing the video now. I'm gonna put the link here. All right, you can have a look. I think it's online now. Yeah, there it is. Enjoy, guys.
And yeah, I'm gonna get everything finished off and finalized in the back end, ready, and I will post the referral address for everyone to be able to use and start shilling out to everyone. Happy hunting, everyone. I'll see you in 22.5 hours. Take care.